Today I'm going to show off 5 rules every watch enthusiast should know to guarantee yourself having a great time in this hobby. Let's get into it! Yes, and welcome to the Mad Watch Collector Show. Now for us poor watch enthusiasts, we don't have to take a mental beating day after day after day. Whether it's anguishing on a price of watch, justifying paying that money for the price of the watch, or just feeling like you're being peer pressured to buying a certain watch. Today, hopefully I'm going to give you these 5 unofficial rules that I use in my watch journey that has helped me sort of ride the waves over the months. Keep these rules written down somewhere and let it be the template to enjoying this beautiful hobby, despite what your partner says. Hopefully this episode will live long in the memory for all those that in the future may struggle in coming to terms with these certain watch community problems. We are just talking about watches, and there are many, many more important things in life than wearing a wristwatch.
But not too many.
Anyway, sit back, relax, and let me go through these 5 big rules every watch enthusiast should know. And listen, wait till the end, because the 5th one I don't think has ever been mentioned. And it needs to be. Are you ready to be a happy watch enthusiast? Let's go! Now, whether you're starting your watch journey or you're like 25 years in, understanding this and embracing it will make you a more content hobbyist, well, even a person. Rule number 1, the chase is always better than the ownership. Let's paint a picture. I've been saving money on a monthly basis for a watch I've wanted for ages. I've talked in watch forums about it, watched YouTube shows, TikTok, Instagram, and all those sorts of social media things to get me bubbling with excitement. Eventually, I find this watch for the price I'm willing to pay for it.
Excitement's about here.
And then I purchase it. Then the watch comes, and it is everything I wanted it to be and more. And then this feeling of meh comes all over you. The watch hasn't changed, it's still the one you wanted and lusted after for all these years, but something's missing in your life. And that's when you move on to lusting after another watch. And so this never-ending cycle continues. Well, don't worry. We all go through it. They've even done psychological studies on it. It's known as hedonic adaptation. We all have a base level of happiness, okay? Sometimes with major events, whether it's good, whoa, or bad, whoa, we always end up in this middle road of happiness. So the joys of purchasing something new, whether it's a new house, a car, or a watch, will eventually fade and make you want to go for that next high. What I've tried to do over the last 2-3 years is really accept this feeling, and it has really made me a more content watch enthusiast and enjoy the watches I already own. And if I get that yearning, that lust to try and buy something new, well, my first point of call will always be to maybe go for a strap change on a watch. It's something new, but it doesn't require a new slot in your watch box. A strap change can really make a difference to a watch you maybe haven't worn in ages. But listen, this feeling you get after 2 or 3 weeks of owning the watch of your dreams is normal. We just have to realize it and roll with it. Don't get into debt buying a watch. It is really not worth it. To get yourself in financial trouble, owning a timing instrument on your wrist, it just isn't a good idea. And if you understand rule number 1, buying a watch on the credit card could be the worst thing you do. Because instead of saving the money to then buy a watch,
now sticking it on your flexible friend,
and paying monthly for it for the next 2 or 3 years, the lust of that watch will fade away, and you will resent the fact you are still paying for that watch 2 or 3 years down the line. Trust me, you don't want to be in that position. Now, the prices of watches have gone up. We know this. But unfortunately, that means the price of servicing the watches have gone up. So please take into account when you're buying a watch, understand how much it would be to service or fix. Because if your local watchmaker can't do it and it has to go to a specialist watchmaker that charges a pretty penny, you could be left with a watch in the watch box that's no longer ticking. Factor in these costs when you are buying a watch so you don't feel stung further on down the line. Nobody nobody around you will give two shits what new watch you've just bought. You saved for months. You've researched for months. You order the watch comes in, now it's time to show it off to everyone. But the awkward thing is, no one's going to really show any appreciation, and if they do, they're just being very kind. Us watch enthusiasts live in a little tiny bubble, where a lot of us think £800 for a watch is quite cheap. The majority of the public out there do not have a clue about watches whatsoever, and most of them couldn't tell the difference between the price of a Patek Calatrava or an Orient Bambino. The saving money, the research, the buying, that's all you. You don't need any other permission.
Unless you're still living with your mum and dad.
Now, yes, this is where the watch hobby can be a bit lonely at times, because most of the people around us just don't understand. And this is what communities like Watch Crunch, Discord servers and forums are really good for. But honestly, if you've just bought a watch and you may not be 100% sure on it, don't go looking at other people's opinions, because at the end of the day, you're the one that's going to wear it and own it. Now, the last few rules have been a bit mental, haven't they? This is more practical, but common sense, really. And there's not really any way to say it nicely or gently apart from clean your watch. The amount of times people have taken their watches off their wrist to show me, and instead of looking at the watch, the dial, the bezel, whatever, I'm looking at the green mossy stuff that's in between the bracelet links, or the goo that's on the crown, or I'm looking at a sapphire glass that's got more smudges and gunk on it than a kid's Etch-a-Sketch. At the end of the day of wearing your watch, give it a little clean. It's a chance to bond with your watches and stops you being thought of as a dirty nomad. If it's got good water resistance, stick it in the bath with you. But even a designated toothbrush that you bought for £1.50, brushing it in and out of those links and around the bezel will not only extend the length of your watch on the exterior, but it won't make you look like a dirty boy if you're showing off your watch. Keep it clean.
Take two.
Let's see a little more originality, shall we? Now, the last rule is a bit of a big one. And in the comment sections of most of my shows, there's always conflict when it comes to this. Because you have your practical heads headbutting with your artisan heads. But the fifth rule is mechanical watches are not better than quartz watches. And quartz is not better than mechanical. Now, for the purists out there, a mechanical watch is far more desirable. It's made up of far more components. There isn't a battery. And the thought of owning something that has cogs and wheels, counterbalances, all moving together at one to move a set of hands around a dial is very attractive. I feel like that. But I also love quartz. Who would have thought a crystal could be electrically charged and give off a steady vibration to allow a set of hands to go around a dial? Unfortunately for the purists, a quartz watch will always be more accurate. And for those that just want a good value watch that tells the time well, they're probably never gonna want a mechanical. For someone that loves to look at the past, someone that loves mechanics and has more than one gear on their bicycle, they may prefer mechanical watches. I am evenly balanced. And listen, you can get cheap mechanical watches and you can get expensive quartz watches. An appreciation for either side, with a bit of digital in there as well, will not cut you off from potentially a new favourite watch you never would have thought of had you not embraced a quartz or mechanical. Embrace it all, people!
Could you just click that like button, please? It really helps the channel. Thank you.
Thank you so much for watching till the end. I think these... Hang on. I've got one more rule, and it's a big one, okay? Do not go double-wristed. It's weird. We'll let Mark from Long Island watch off, okay, because he's been doing it a long time. But it's like wearing two ties, two hats, two pairs of glasses on top of each other. And if they're not showing exactly the same time as each other, which one do you rely on? The digital or the mechanical? Let's not go there. Thank you so much for watching till the end. Just enjoy yourself with this hobby. Don't get yourself cornered into the blue side or the purple side. You never know what's coming around the corner. And at the end of the day, we only live once, don't we? If you want to support the Mad Watch Collector channel, we've got a Patreon page now. Behind the scenes content, blooper reels, see the shows before anyone else, and get your name credited at the end of the show like these lovely people. But if I've got you for a few more minutes, and I think I have, weird, check this one out. Go on, you'll love it. You will love it, people. I do appreciate it. Keep the monkey swinging on the algorithm, you know, whatever that means. Go on, click it. Click it.